Now I like dollars, I like diamonds, I like stunning, I like shining, I like $1,000,000 deals. Where's my pen? Bitch, I'm signing. I like those Balenciagas, the ones that look like socks. I like going to the jeweler, I put rocks all in my watch. I like texts from my exes when they want a second chance. I like proving niggas wrong, I do what they say I can't. They call me Cardi, Cardi, banging body, spicy money, hot tamale, hotter than a Somali, burn, Ferrari. Hop up the stoop, jump in the coupe, big dip on top of the roof, flexing on bitches as hard as I can, eating halal, dropping the land. So that bitch, I'm sorry though, got my friends like Mario, yeah they call me Cardi B, I run this shit like cardio. Time is to get the jazz. Time is to get the jazz. I need the dollars. Beat it up like Rihanna. Just drop your skirt. That bitch makes me nervous.
Ya no soy high, soy como el que está rosa. No soy el que se la vive y también el que la goza. Goza es la cosa, mami es la cosa. El que mira sufre y el que toca goza. I said I like it like that.
I said I like it like that.
I said I like it like that.
I said I like it like that. Yo, come on, move this. Shake that body.
All right. Note to self: figure out way to mix out of that. All right, everybody. We got 2 shows left before a hiatus. Not a long hiatus. You guys are there's gonna be no show for, let's see, not even a week. There's gonna be a show on the 13th. And then probably a show on the 14th. What's my flight? Probably should know this. I fly here the 13th, fly back the 15th. So there'll be a show on the 13th and 14th. Actually, probably the 15th too. Yeah, that's the plan as it stands right now. 13th, 14th, and then maybe early on the 15th. We'll see. Got a message on eBay. I'm going to wait towards the end of the week to mark this. It will not almost be 3 weeks. Whatever. All right. This is a pain in the ass customer. They started bugging me about where's their postcard like 6 days after I shipped it. Yeah, it's the usual August trip to Burning Man. So I'm actually my itinerary is nutty. Wednesday driving to the Bay, San Francisco. I'm there till the 13th when I drive to Reno, park my car at the airport, fly home, fly back on the 15th, stay in Reno with a friend of mine until the morning of the 17th. Morning of the 17th, drive into Burning Man. Stay at Burning Man for the build week until the morning of the 22nd. Then on the 22nd, I fly home at 9 a.m. So it basically means that I'm leaving from... Oh, this is crazy. Why did I do this? Well, I did it. Oh, wait, I see. Okay. The 22nd, fly from Reno to Seattle. I have a layover for 3 hours in Las Vegas, which is not enough time to do anything. And then the next day, fly back out of Seattle at 4. So 3 p.m. let's see here. If I land at 3 in Seattle, I'll be back by 5. That's enough time to get most of the shipping done that evening. And then anything left over I can get done the next morning. Fly out at 4 nonstop to... Oh, I go into Vegas again. Hour layover in Vegas. So yeah. Let's see. Let's see. Sales this weekend were okay. Nothing spectacular. It's been a little sluggish this morning. I'm probably going to be doing a pop-up over on Whatnot tonight. Rather than put stuff into storage before the weekend or before I leave, I think I'm just going to try to blow it out. Friday, not great, 250. Saturday was okay, 420. And yesterday, basically the same, 258. I've got I'm well into over 500 scheduled listings. Since I'm going to be back for a few days, here, I am going to probably be able to get some more postcard listing done, which will be good. 2-3 days of postcard listing. And then my hope is I can have a postcard listed schedule, one of my scheduled listings every hour that I'm gone. Which the way that you can schedule listings, that's pretty easy to do. And I'm close. If I'm gone, let's see here. I'm gone like 28 days. $672 would be the target. That's only about 150 more, which is, I think, going to be fine. I'm going to send out some offers here. I really would like to get it as much sold today and tomorrow and Wednesday morning as I can. That all definitely helps with the trip. I mean, 420 for a weekend day, honestly, I should be doing that at least 3 days a week in the $400 range. With the amount of listings that I have and the stuff that I have listed right now, it really should be, it should be better. I ran a sale starting last night, 24 hours only for even new listings, which I don't usually do. But if I can convert a whole bunch of sales in the next 24 hours, a dollar now is worth, I should say, 90 cents now is worth more than a dollar to me later. Because honestly, a $250 day, the payout from that after shipping and fees and everything is like $120. It's around 50%. So really, break that down. If I'm doing that over the course of a week, I'm making $3 or $4 grand a month, which is, I can work a minimum wage job for that. Yeah. Right? And that's not even talking cost of goods. let's get to shipping. I'll show these first real quick. These are two USGS maps from 1940s. Sold for just shy of 30 a piece. They're U.S. Army Corps progressive military maps. And that's my laundry. It's going to buzz again. Sorry. So yeah, $30 a piece. Customer is $73.96 all in. Laundry's done. I think it's got one more buzz. Just a little bit. Chili box. To the rescue. Perfect. Yeah, same thing. I'm just talking like raw number after shipping and fees. The run rate is typically right around 50%. That includes promoted listings, all of that. All right, easy stuff going out. Got a Scentsy bar, Slay all day. This has been listed since May of last year. Nobody wants this kind of stink in their house. It is a Christmas scent. I do not associate that smell with Christmas in any way whatsoever. And wait, hold on to your seat, because that sold for $1.66, which honestly is fine. It's been in the store for long enough. I did very well on Scentsy stuff, and never did I pay more than like a quarter or 50 cents for any of it. So even at $1.66, it's profit. All right, sold this tie plush. Took an offer for $6. It is from buyout stock, so don't care. Happy to have the money. So basically what I've been doing for the last couple of years now is like periodically I will be like, all right, 2022 listings, lower every price by $1 and still let them like still on sale, but just sort of like get lower until they hit a floor price, which usually is like $2.95 or $1.95 in some cases. In that case, it probably hit $1.95 and then went on sale, and then I probably send an offer on it, which is fine. I'm not like if it didn't sell at $2, it probably wasn't going to sell. And really, like, when we're talking the difference between $1 and $2, like in a sale, it doesn't usually make that much difference. I'd rather just convert the item and get it out. Because with eBay, as we all know, conversion is king. All right. Sold some media. This is Ministry Animositomnia. It's one of those DVD audios. where it's not actually a DVD, but it plays on a DVD player. Sold for $6.95. This is one of the lower value ones. I've been noticing with media mail, at 8 ounces, usually Ground Advantage is cheaper. As it is in this case. $4.55 versus $5.63. And I get that it's only 8 cents, but sometimes it's 30 cents, sometimes it's 60 cents. If you're in zone. Good example. Let's do this one. Steely Dan Gaucho cassette. This is only listed for a couple of days. Sold for $5.95. Came from the Land of Opportunity. Is that going to be 4? Yeah, okay. All right. So this is going to be the 4-ounce rate media mail for cassette. Even with all the extra protection. Media mail up to a pound is $4.63, and this is going to be $4.19 going to Arkansas. Sold a Vidya game. Mario Sunshine on the GameCube. Sold for $50. So my whole thought with pulling stuff off eBay is I've already put the work into it, right? And I'm not trying to like poo-poo your flea market endeavor. I think that it can be really good, but I wouldn't. My last resort would be stuff that I already have listed. Like if I was desperate for inventory to stock the flea market that's banging, then I might pull stuff off of eBay. But if I already have it listed, to pull it off of eBay means I'm doing more work. I'm putting more work into an item I've already put work into. And you have to put some value on your time and effort. And I think, for me anyways, I'm better off just blowing it out than putting any more effort into it, which is kind of like where I'm at with the buyout stock. I'm like, somebody asks me for measurements, I'm like, this is $5. I've got free returns. I'm not gonna go put a minute of time into giving you measurements. Don't buy it. Hello, Lucy. It's the black cat. All right, moving on. Eric Clapton and Friends in concert. DVD. This sold for an amount that I will tell you in a moment. So there's the, and it's not only the time sold for $3, not only the time that you've already put into it, but any more time that you put into it has not only the cost of that time, but you also have opportunity costs of listing more, right? Like, so honestly, like the cost of additional time once you have something listed, you're not only accounting for the time that you've already put into it, but you also you're incurring an additional cost towards that item for the opportunity cost of not spending that time elsewhere doing something else that's going to make you money. And maybe that something else is the flea market, but you're basically then rolling over your entire cost of that eBay listing, plus your new time, plus your opportunity cost into the cost of getting that item from one market to the other. So the 10 minutes of your time to pull the item down off eBay, pull it out of physical inventory, put it in a box, drive it to the flea market, put it in the booth, price it. Maybe it only is 10 minutes for that specific item once you break it down across all of the items you're doing that with. But at $15 an hour, that's $6. I mean, sure. Like, if there's no way you can sell it on eBay, then absolutely. But there's still all the cost. And if you're talking about a $10 item, right, and you've already sunk time into getting it on eBay, time getting it off of eBay into a new market, like at some point you're underwater on the item. if it's a low dollar item. And at some point, especially on a low dollar item, you're probably just better off spending your time listing more on eBay that isn't going to be prohibitively expensive due to shipping costs, or simply curating new items specifically for one market or the other, which then kind of brings it back to, then why not just leave it on eBay where you've already invested the time and just wait it out? Like, do whatever you got to do. Like, it will eventually sell. Like, there is very, very few items in my store from the first year or two that I was on eBay, comparatively speaking. Like, percentage-wise, it's probably less than 2% of my store right now. Maybe less than 1%. Injustice Gods Among Us for the Microsoft Xbox 360 sold for $3. And I'm not, again, I am not the boss of you. You do you. I'll do me, and then you do me. But from my perspective, like, whenever I've tried to jump into other markets, it just, I've never even considered pulling stuff off eBay. Like, once it's up, like, even, like, I don't understand anybody who pulls stuff off of eBay to go donate it. That's just ridiculous. Like, why am I going to go donate it to a thrift shop when I could just sell it cheaper than the thrift shop? Like, pulling anything out of the store and taking it for donation is just a pure cost operation. That is just, you're just not wasting, but you're expending the most valuable thing, which is your time, into something that is not only not going to have any return from you outside of the write-off that you can take from the donation, which in some cases can actually be quite, there's stuff that's in the US that's like, it's worth more to donate than to sell, in terms of what the IRS writes you off. One good example of that is LPs, which, after doing my taxes earlier this year, I'm like, why am I scrapping these out again? Like, definitely reconsidering that when I can write off $7 a record at the end of the year versus selling just the vinyl for 50 cents. That's stupid. So I'm outside of what I already have listed. I'm just gonna leave it up. Probably start going back to my donation model because it offset a shitload of my taxes, honestly. Yeah, whenever I hear resellers doing that, I'm like, that's the most idiotic thing you can do. And there's like the argument that like, oh, it's bogging down my store, like whatever. I like blow it out. Start an auction. Start it all at an auction for $1. Yeah, I agree with this too. Like, I mean, duh, right? Like, I don't give a shit about ASP. Like, I sell $2 postcards. I've sold dollar DVDs. Like, I've sold stuff that nets me like 8 cents, and uh, and that's fine. You know, those conversions add up. Nice, we got some late arrivals coming in. I don't think we're going to do those today, but all right. Sold Space Ghost and Dino Boy Complete Series DVD. This came from Philobox. Sold for $18.95. All right, let's see. 8 ounces on that. 463 medium ale. 447 ground advantage. Sure, that's fine. All I'm saying is that, like, do that with inventory you have not already put time into. Like, I fully agree with this scenario for stuff that isn't already on eBay. All right. Sold Mr. Show, the complete series collection. Also came on the Philobox. One of my favorite shows of all time. Could have probably gotten 1819 if this slipcover was better condition. But instead it sold for $12.95. And honestly, all this stuff, my cost is, all of the media, my cost is so low. Nobody tell 1 Foot Flipper that I sold $200 in DVDs in the weekend. That I have less than like $3 or $4 into. Sold Ken Burns Jazz soundtrack set. All in there. Books and everything. Looks beautiful. Sold for $8. But again, fill a bag. My cost on that might be something more like 30 cents, just because the amount of space it took up in the bag was more than your average DVD. That 1 Foot Flipper guy needs to shut the fuck up about what other people sell. Because he doesn't know jack shit. He talks shit about postcards. He talks shit about physical media. Yeah, I mean, believe me, I am all for using multiple marketplaces to move your inventory. Don't get me wrong. I think it's a really smart idea to do that. I am only arguing against spending time taking stuff off of eBay, which is a discussion that comes up in reseller groups and on YouTube channels all the time. Like, how long do you take it out before you take it out of the store? My answer is never. Don't ever take it out of your store. You're better off just lowering and lowering and lowering the price. Even at like $2-3, you're better off if you put the time into it, taking a $2 loss than putting what, like, basically any additional time at minimum wage that you are putting into an item, you're basically charging yourself 25 cents a minute. So if you put in 3 minutes or 4 minutes, you're knocking another $1 off the price anyways. So might as well just knock down another $1 in 0 time. Kirei, Te, Kanawa, opera music, Puccini, arias, sold for $5. That is 1,000% going to be cheaper ground advantage. 428 versus 463. That's 10% difference. That basically means I'm making $1 off the shipping before fees on top of the price of the item. That is well worth it. Nice. Stay safe. I forget, are you supposed to, Mythbusters did the myth. Are you supposed to open all your windows or not open all your windows? I don't remember how that went. I mean, but I don't think we're talking about the fallacy of the sunk cost. Sold A History of Violence. This is a Bolo Blu-ray, by the way, specially sealed. 16 is what it sold for. I don't want to do this. I want to do it like that. I might just do that and still be 8 ounces. And cooperate. There we go. Oh, there goes 50 cents into my cost. I mean, so I'm also like because this is a YouTube show, I'm not packing anywhere near as fast as I could be. Like, so essentially I can justify any of my packing time as a YouTube expense, which is therefore a marketing expense and fully justified. Except that YouTube makes me zero money. Buy me a coffee link down below. And I spend hundreds and hundreds of hours a year doing this channel for virtually no financial benefit whatsoever. In fact, it is a loss. I spend more on my StreamYard subscription than I make in revenue by a lot. Even if I wasn't playing copyrighted music every episode and getting demonetized on just about every video, still, I'd be losing money. I'm just here for the lulz. I don't waste it. It goes towards my very expensive StreamYard subscription. And copyright claims. All right, next up. Sold this elephant. 1984 Imperial toy, sold for $9.95. Where did I get this? I think I bought this at Packwood Flea for $1. That may not be true. And I don't know why. Oh, I know why I did that. Okay, where's it going? Pennsylvania. All right, well, I think we're going to do this as flat rate. Yeah. Yeah, we're doing flat rate envelope. It's a vinyl toy. It ain't gonna get hurt. Not here. Wrong stream, bruv. Sorry, just had to organize the shipping bin. Wow, we're almost done. Know Your Ruger. Sold for $8.96. This came obviously out of the gun books. It's gonna be that alone would almost pay for one of the full boxes. And I'm pretty sure the gun books are already paid for. So yeah, I will be on Whatnot at some point today or this evening. I may push to tomorrow. I need to kind of gather up all the stuff, and it depends on when I'm able to get done the other stuff I got to get done today and or tomorrow, which includes one of the house sitters coming over, giving them the lay of the land. Hot Monday? It's overcast here. Or are you calling me hot? Thanks. Oh yeah, tune in Wednesday for the last weigh-in. I walked my ass off last week. I did 10,000 plus step days every single day last week. All but 2 of them with weight vests. Yeah. All right. Sold it's a vintage repop Coca-Cola wall mount bottle opener. Sold for $8.96. Yeah, I haven't scheduled the Whatnot show. It's going to be a pop up, so it's not going to be before noon Pacific time, though. So it'll be afternoon or evening. And honestly, like, I've got some really cool stuff. I'm gonna, as soon as I know when I can do it, I'll put it up on the schedule. But I have some more cleaning around the house I have to get done, and some shopping to do, and just a couple of other like random things that need to get done. All right, sold the only Pentel quicker clicker that I got this year, but it sold for $30, which is 3 times more than I paid for everything that I bought out of the office supplies department. Uh, yeah, there. I know the name for this. I think it's just called a needle case. Cardboard needle case. Cardboard advertising needle case. Or needle folder. Yeah, I mean that cardboard advertising needle case brings up 40 results. Or needle book, I think is another one you can use. You can use all of them. Advertising, sewing needle book, case book, all of those I think work. Then we sold a cross matte black ballpoint pen, working. See? Like I said, I'm here for the lulls. That sold for $17.95. All right, sold some salt and pepper shakers. These have been in the store. Talk about a long time. These have been in the store since 2019. And honestly, the pictures aren't great. I'm not proud of them, but they're cool. Fred Rogers, Daisy's salt and pepper shakers. God, they're terrible. But that's what they look like. Terrible pictures. Don't do what Donnie Don't does. $12.55. Gonna be over a pound. Ooh, it might not be. Yeah, it's gonna be. Let's see. Am I gonna lose money on the shipping? I might lose money on the shipping. Going to Dallas. 864. Nope. Not making money on the shipping, but I'm not losing it. This thing needs to go. We're going to use it now. This is just like the leftover from scrap bubble wrap that's got tape over it. And I can think of no better use than to just use it for padding this thing. Perfect. Oh man, we're not even going to use all of it. Still going to have to use some. All right. Worst scissors to pull out, I think, for this. All right, we are down to our last item. 45 RPM record, Ray Charles, You Don't Know Me, and Careless Love. And it sold for not a lot of money. I'll tell you in a minute how much not a lot of money is in this particular case. I feel like I got a better box, but really for this job. That one's already ruined. 536. Yeah, that'll be fine. I do have to check the other store. Oh shit, I just printed the wrong thing. Give me 1 second. This is a lot of 5 KTEL compilation cassettes. I listed these yesterday. 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 5 KTEL K-Tel Records, for those who may not know or remember, 80s and 90s did a lot of like as seen on TV style compilations, and these are very cheap, bad recording quality. They licensed music from labels and just crammed as much as they could onto cassettes and records. So this is Starlight, which has Joe Jackson, Alan Parsons, Sylvia, Jeffrey Osborne, Journey, and then we've got Power Play with Blondie. And a lot of times they would literally like edit the songs to fit on the album. Let's Go Dancing. And then we've got Let's Beat It with, of course, Michael Jackson, Paul McCartney. I don't think Beat It is actually on here. Yeah, Beat It is not actually on it, but Human Nature is, Say, 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 Journey, Quiet Riot, Dan Fogelberg, Daryl Hall and Oates, The Police. And then just because I had it, I threw in Hooked on Bluegrass, which is another K-Tel. They did like Hooked on Classics. But yeah, sold pretty quick because it went on sale for $8.96. So maybe we can use the last of this now. Oh, there's 15 people lurking out there. Turns out if you summon 1 Foot Flipper, say his name 3 times, it's like Beetlejuice. I'm sure he's lurking back there. That him and like a bunch of auction professor spies and primetime treasure hunter goons here to catch me stealing a primetime treasure hunter copyrighted shipping hacks. Oh yeah, but I mean, what's weird is like for so long, record collectors and any music collectors, like K-Tel was garbage. Like people did not fuck with K-Tel. And then 5 years ago, 6 years ago, all of a sudden it kind of became its own collectible. which is which is usually like a good indicator for stuff that's going to become collectible, is stuff that nobody wants right now, because it's the stuff that people throw away that then becomes scarce, and then because it becomes scarce, it becomes collectible. Okay, nothing in the other store, which means we are done. You're right, Don. Nothing was said about you sucking. But I would encourage you to go back to the cross pen that I sold in this video. There you go. Yeah, we already know that Don and Cameron don't pay any attention. That's been well established. All right, everybody, I'm done. We'll be back tomorrow. If there's one postcard currently in the hopper. Hope you all have a great day. I'll be on Whatnot at some point. As soon as I know, I'll let you know. Go to the Whatnots and turn on your notifications bell and whatever you do over there. And other than that, we will catch you on the flip flop. Peace. Bye.